All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, my name is Lara Rosenberg, and I own OM3 Yoga in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I'm so grateful that you have joined us this evening. So, we're going to be doing more of a yoga nidra relaxation meditation, but we will kind of take it into some different places, add a few different practices in this evening. So, the recommendation is to go find someplace where you can be comfortable, turn off your phone so there's no dings or beeps, and we will get started probably in about a minute and a half, just so you can get ready. And again, thank you for joining. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and begin this evening. So again, find some place where you can be comfortable, and this is really a time for you to just unwind and tune in to you, kind of tune out from the clutter of the outside world. Um, as I end this evening, what I will do is I'm just gonna do a little ding on a bell a few times. Those of you who have fallen asleep, I want you just to stay relaxed and be able to stay asleep. And if you have any messages for me after the session, this will be recorded and it will be posted on Facebook on the OM3 Yoga website, as well as on YouTube. So you'll be able to find that there, and you can send me a message at OM3, the number 3, yoga @gmail.com. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Just invite yourself to maybe close your eyes and just begin to tune into your breath. Taking a few long, deep breaths, just starting to settle in. And maybe start to invite your shoulders, start to soften. See if you can feel the lower jaw release away from the upper jaw. Keep breathing. And if there's anything else that you need to do for your body, invite yourself to do so to get 5 to 10% more comfortable. And keep tuning into your breath. And begin to welcome everything that you experienced during our meditation this evening. Welcome it as a messenger. Welcome every positive and negative sensation, thought, feeling, image, with curiosity and openness, while doing your best to inquire into the wisdom it's offering you. For each is a guide sent from beyond, welcoming you to experience greater understanding, peace, joy, and harmony with yourself and with the world around you. Take a big, deep breath. Just let yourself soften a bit more. Maybe feel your forehead start to release. And just note and welcome any sounds that might be near in the distance. Don't inquire to what it is, just let yourself notice if there's any sounds there. Notice if you have any smells, tastes, can sense color or light, sensations, any other feelings or thoughts that you may have in your body. And begin to invite yourself during this time to release any excessive tension and invite this feeling of ease and peace spread throughout your entire body and mind. And know that you also may fall into a sleep or a dreamlike state. And know this is perfectly fine. It's exactly where you need to be. Your whole body is receiving this meditation. So take a moment now and experience, what is your heart's deepest desire? Perhaps take a few deep breaths in and out of the heart center. Is there something that you desire more than anything else in your life? Perhaps it's desire for well-being, connection, health, or just the sense of peace within. Whatever your heartfelt purpose is, feel it with your entire body and mind, while imagining and experiencing it in this moment is already true. Now take a moment to connect with an intention. What are you working on right now? Does it help support your heartfelt desire? And perhaps just connect with an intention for today. And maybe it's just to inquire into a particular sensation, feeling, or thought that you might be having. Or maybe it's about getting something accomplished. But whatever your intention is, welcome it and affirm it with your entire body and mind. Breathe it in. Just feeling the breath flow in and out of the body. So begin now to do a gentle body scan, just to release any excess tension your body may be physically holding. So begin to sense the crown of your head, feeling the back of the head soften. Noticing the space at the back of your neck. Invite your shoulder blades to soften into the support that's beneath you. Continuing to breathe. As you begin to invite the muscles of the back to release and unwind. Continuing to breathe, feeling the spaciousness open in the back of the body. As you feel your pelvis and sacrum soften. Allow the glutes to release any hold. Feeling the backs of the legs soften, the thighs, the space behind the knees, the calves, the heels. Just noticing all the points of the back of the body that are touching something beneath you. And just keep breathing in this spaciousness, especially anywhere that you have any information, any sensation or vibration, tingling. And then begin to sense the soles of your feet. Taking a moment to notice your toes, big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, fifth toes. Noticing the tops of the feet, the ankles, your shins, the knees, feeling the upper thighs, the hips. Just breathing into the legs. You bring the awareness to the lower belly. Navel center. Upper belly. Heart center. Feeling the upper chest and collarbones just start to soften back, open up. Noticing your shoulders, the upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, thumbs, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Just noticing the sensation maybe flowing through the arms right now. Starting to bring the awareness to the neck and throat, the chin, feeling the lips soften. Invite the tongue to float freely in your mouth. Feeling the cheeks soften. The eyes sink deep into the sockets, allowing the eyelids and eyelashes to touch. Feeling the eyebrows soften, the forehead. The whole head and body connected, space, energy, breath flowing through you. And take a moment as you breathe here, noticing the breath flowing in and out of the nostrils. Connect with your heartfelt desire and intention again. Keep breathing. And see if you can invite in also the sense of equanimity. So the reality is that the mind makes things good or bad, right or wrong. And our true self, our true authentic self, doesn't really know the difference and allows all of it to be there. Because the reality, it is there. It helps us experience things on different levels. So continue to breathe in. We're going to connect with our breath, and then we're going to begin an equanimity practice. So feeling the breath flow in and out of the nostrils. Notice where else in your body you feel the sensation. Maybe you feel your chest rise and fall. Maybe you feel an expansion through the rib cage, the diaphragm or belly move as you breathe. Just noticing the flow of the breath. Noticing if there's a temperature, a texture, a sensation. Just taking the next few moments to feel the breath. A couple of things you can do to keep the mind focused on breathing is either count your breath, however it makes sense for you. Inhale 1, exhale 1. Or you can also bring in words that you might like to work with. So if there's something that you're thinking about releasing, maybe process that on the exhalation and invite in what you'd like on the inhalation. One that I find helpful is invite in a sense of flow and exhale control. I know some of my students like to use inhale let and exhale go. But find something that works for you for the next few moments as you just follow the sensation and flow of the breath. As we begin to bring the awareness to the breath, sometimes we notice that the mind wanders. And when you notice that your mind has wandered, see if you can bring yourself back to the breath without judging yourself. Just noticing your attention was no longer there, and we just need to bring the awareness back to the breath. Just following the breath moment to moment in any practice that you're using. As you're breathing, sensing your body whole, complete, connected. And allow this to be an anchor for you. And notice when we have the mind wandering, it's offering us an opportunity to strengthen and recognize our ability, recognize our experience. Keep breathing, strengthening our ability to focus. Still keeping this breathing practice in the forefront of our mind. I want you to also begin to invite someone in that is a good friend. This can be a loved one, a friend, a teacher, a mentor, or even a pet. And if this is challenging for you on the human form, just invite in a favorite place, a place in nature, maybe a favorite room. And as this comes to mind, recognize your wishes for this. You can tune in to your desire to see this place or being happy, free from suffering, and at ease with life. And in our equanimity practice, we're going to begin to cultivate a mind and heart that stay balanced and at ease with our surroundings. We practice this so we can recognize that although we may wish for a being's safety, happiness, sense of ease, it's not in our control. Equanimity helps us let go of the outcome and focus really on our own practice. So with the recognition of this being or place in your mind's eye, but also in charge of their own actions, we're going to begin to recite to yourself, in your mind's eye, some equanimity. These are some traditional phrases, and if you need to change them in any way for them to make sense for you, allow yourself to do so. This is your practice. So with this being or place that you love dearly in your mind's eye, possibly in your heart too, we'll begin the phrases. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. So continue to repeat those in your mind's eye as you breathe, offering these phrases to this loved being and connecting with the intention of recognizing that this being is in charge of their own actions. I'll repeat them once again. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Keep breathing. And now begin to allow this being go from your mind and begin to bring to mind a neutral person. This is someone you see maybe regularly but don't know very well. It can be someone who works somewhere you go a lot, perhaps a coworker or a neighbor. And although you don't know this being well, you can recognize that this being wants to be happy. You don't need to know what their happiness looks like necessarily, but again, offer this being phrases of equanimity, recognizing that you aren't in charge of their happiness. So again, regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. So visualizing this neutral person now. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Breathing that in. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. We're going to begin to allow this neutral person to go from our mind. And we're going to begin now to invite in someone who we find challenging or difficult. And my suggestion is not to pick the most challenging person in your life, but just someone who is minorly annoying or maybe challenging you in this moment. So again, realizing that we aren't in charge of their happiness. Begin to picture that being in your mind's eye with the intention of recognizing that they are in charge of their own actions, happiness, and ease. So again, sending these phrases of equanimity to them. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Continuing to breathe. Notice if you feel any other sensations in your body as this being comes to mind. Notice your tone to this person. Don't judge it, just observe. Keep breathing. Begin now to visualize yourself in your mind's eye. Visualize your body breathing, visualizing all of you. And saying to yourself, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. Breathing that in. May I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. May I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. May I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Connecting with the breath again. Letting the breath flow through you. Allowing the breath to bring you this sense of coolness within. And know as we take this time to slow down and connect with the breath, we also begin to slow down our mind. Allow the fluctuations of the thoughts to maybe grab some more space. Be able to redirect our thoughts. Just take a moment to be grateful for your wise mind. And then begin to just tune into the energetic body. And again, with your breath, just connecting to the energy. Hopefully feeling a little bit lighter as we've practiced equanimity this evening. Recentering. Giving ourselves compassion as well as others. So just take a moment and feel the energy body, feeling the spaciousness, maybe expansion. And tuning into your physical body. Just thanking all of the physical body, especially the places that may be challenging for us. Just sending your breath there, sending compassion and love into every cell of your body. Just allowing the cells to feel the spaciousness. And just taking a moment to also acknowledge all of your emotions, all the emotions that we go through on a daily basis. Just notice, do you tend to hang out in one a little bit more than another? And is there anything that you can do, maybe visualize for a few moments as you bring in how you'd like to shift that? Or just hang out with the gratitude if you're in a really good space and honor that. Honor wherever you are. Just breathe. And begin to breathe into the heart again. Your compassionate, loving heart. Just breathe in the spaciousness. Perhaps connecting with the heartfelt desire again. The intention. Or perhaps there's just a color or a word or sensation or vibration giving you a message there. Continuing to breathe. Just feel yourself opening, receiving, resting in awareness, resting in spaciousness, resting in opening, awareness, peace, equanimity, and healing. Taking a moment to just bring gratitude in all of you for taking this time out for yourself to tune in, to breathe, to quiet the mind, release tension from the body, and tune back into you. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you this evening. It was an honor and a pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and week, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. Namaste.